Thanks so much for joining us here on this Friday at noon. I'm Brooke Hash. Our top story is out of Texas, where search teams have recovered the body of a Campbellsville University student who went missing on the lake earlier this week. 21-year-old Peyton Hughes was in Hemp Hill, Texas for a fishing tournament. Officials said he was pre-fishing on Toledo Bend Reservoir Wednesday for a Bassmaster kayaking event and did not return to the launch point after the tournament ended. His kayak, hat, and shoes, however, were located in the water. The sheriff's office said a dive team in a boat found his body in that same area around 7:15 this morning. The Texas game wardens released a statement saying our thoughts continue to be with Peyton's family, friends, teammates, and fellow students at Campbellsville University during this difficult time. The university, meanwhile, canceled home sporting events tonight as the small community prays for the Hughes family. The school's about an hour and a half south of Louisville. A Louisville man could learn his sentence today after a jury convicted Keyshawn Stewart Thursday for the murder of a construction worker and attempted murder of an LMPD sergeant. Stewart's back in court today for the sentencing phase. Our Jose Alonso with photojournalist Jessica Farley and Aspen Hester spoke with victims and his mother, I should say, who has wanted 4 years of this day to come.
The emotional moment in court for Anita O'Bannon, the mother of the late Frederick Ned O'Bannon Jr., who was shot dead in November of 2021 while working on I-264 at the Dixie Highway exit.
Freddie had every right to come home that night, but Keyshawn Stewart chose to take his rights away from him. And we've been dealing with it for 4 years. 4 long years, but today, it's over.
We, the jury, find Mr. Stewart guilty of criminal attempt murder.
A Jefferson County jury found Keyshawn Stewart guilty, but mentally ill on every one of 5 charges, which include the murder of O'Bannon and attempted murder on LMPD Sergeant Chris Lane.
The defendant shot and hit me in the left side of my face.
Lane survived the attack and rallied at that moment, shooting Stewart after being shot himself. But his defense says Stewart did not have a weapon on him.
He lifted his hands and then pulled them back in. And then Sergeant Lane did what he had to do. And then Sergeant Lane shot the out of him. Mr. Carson didn't say anything about seeing a gun in his hands.
Stewart's defense pleaded to the jury to find him not guilty by reason of insanity, but the Commonwealth was not having it.
He cannot be insane because there was no mental illness to cause him to lack the substantial capacity to either appreciate the criminality of his conduct or to conform his conduct to the requirements of the law.
Even after this hard loss within the family, Fred's mom says she forgives Stewart.
We're both losing something, and I pray that his family gets the help that they need. I forgive them, not for them. I forgive them because I have to. I cannot and I will not walk around with hatred in my heart.
In Louisville, Jose Alonso, WHAS11 on your side.
Stewart still faces 2 other charges a part of this crime: possession of a handgun by a convicted felon and persistent felony offender. The Louisville Youth Detention Center is making a comeback after closing for renovations in 2019. That's according to the Kentucky Governor, Andy Beshear, who says the redesign is moving forward and the center is expected to reopen next year. It's part of a broader effort to improve safety and outcomes for young people in custody. The governor also said the push now includes expanding mental health services throughout all youth detention facilities.
These youth have complex needs and backgrounds. Now these mental health providers can better address the individual needs. We also amended contracts allowing 2 psychiatric nurse practitioners to treat youth on a regular basis at every facility.
Now, for the first time, every detention center has a mental health director on staff. Beshear said the goal is to address trauma, reduce violence, and give kids a better chance at success upon returning to their communities. We've now learned when the longtime Jefferson County Sheriff John Aubrey will be laid to rest. A visitation is scheduled for next Wednesday, October 1st, from 11 to 6 at Southeast Christian Church, followed by his funeral service Thursday at 10:30 a.m. Aubrey dedicated 55 years of public service, including 27 as our sheriff. He died surrounded by family at 86 years old on Tuesday. Taking a look outside, looking ahead, Matt Breland, to that weekend forecast. If it looks anything like it is behind you the rest of the weekend, I'm down.
Oh, same. Absolutely. You know, we've been waiting for this day to get here. It has been so rainy and just gloomy all throughout the week, and it's almost like the weather knew exactly when to start behaving itself just in time for our weekend. So this Friday afternoon, starting off perfect. I mean, check out these clear blue skies for us. This is a live look across the Louisville Metro, courtesy of the Shriners Children's Hospital in Lexington. Temperatures are currently ranging into those mid-70s. Temperatures for the rest of us into those lower to mid-70s as well. 70 near Bedford, 73 near Elizabethtown, 74 in Shepherdsville, 71 for you folks near LaGrange. Satellite and radar continues to stay clear, quiet, and dry for us. This is going to be sticking around for not only today, but for the entire weekend. We're still staying clear, quiet, and dry all throughout the remainder of our afternoon. I mean, check out the satellite and radar. Completely different than how we saw earlier into this week. That's going to be sticking around as we continue going throughout this afternoon and into the evening time. Those temperatures will be ranging into the upper 70s. A few of you may even see the 80-degree mark briefly, but we're expected to have a very comfortable evening and night. Those north winds will continue to bring in a steady amount of dry air, and that's going to keep us feeling light and pleasant as we head throughout the overnight hours. We'll start tomorrow morning off with another round of sunshine. Those temperatures a bit cooler in between the upper 50s and lower 60s, and then we stay under a sunny pattern all throughout Saturday afternoon. So a lot of fun things happening on Saturday if you're trying to go to the Nulu Fest. That's looking good to go. Or if you're just trying to watch some of our college football outdoors, that's looking good to go as well. We'll have more weather details coming up here in just a few short minutes. Brooke?
Thank you, Matt. New today, after a lengthy selection process, the city of Louisville now has its independent monitor. The team, Effective Law Enforcement for All, beat out rival finalist 21st Century Policing Solutions to serve as the neutral assessor of LMPD's progress regarding Louisville's consent decree. The group will be completely self-directed and will report to the community through semi-annual reports and meetings. They'll also provide monitoring services under a contract with the Louisville Metro government, which is renewable for up to 5 years. In a statement, Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg said this is a win for accountability, transparency, and our continued commitment to reform, saying that a survey from the community was the deciding factor in who ended up filling this position. Louisville Metro Council is recognizing October 2nd as Wrongful Conviction Day. The new resolution highlights the Kentucky Innocence Project and the Chandler Project, both organizations that have helped free 22 wrongfully convicted individuals across Kentucky, 7 of them being from Jefferson County. Councilmember Shamika Parrish-Wright, who introduced that resolution, thanked the city and her colleagues for the support.
While no amount of money can restore years to lives of those who were wrongfully imprisoned, this resolution is an important step to calling our state to demand compensation for the faults of our legal system.
Parrish-Wright also urged the Kentucky General Assembly to pass a bill providing financial relief for the wrongfully convicted. Students packed the cafeteria at Perry Elementary School for a forum Thursday night, calling JCPS officials out about their safety. Questions covered everything from shootings to police presence and persistent bullying. The local NAACP chapter partnered with the district to hold the community forum following a series of safety scares at JCPS schools. The district's police chief, Todd Kessinger, said a key part of the plan to keep kids safe involves a heavier police presence on campus.
We're up to 72 officers, and then we also have an additional 9 district security monitors right now. We have an officer assigned to every high school and middle school. We assign officers to a cluster of elementary schools.
The next meeting is scheduled for October 30th at 6 p.m. at Western Middle School. A different topic will be covered at each forum.